Hey everyone, in this video we're going to be discussing Mario Kart and the Mario Kart series and if Mario Kart 9 could come this year. And honestly, there's a point to be made for it coming this year and not coming this year. There's a lot riding on this year so far, and all we've had revealed so far is Animal Crossing for Nintendo Switch and Xenoblade. So yeah, really anything's in the air for this year for Nintendo Switch. And of course the last Mario Kart game was in 2014, 6 years ago at this point in May. Alright, so 6 years ago, a brand new Mario Kart. We haven't had one in 6 years, which is insane. So some might say that one will be on the way soon. We could be expecting one any time now. But the thing is, you've got to think about is the Nintendo just launched the Switch, obviously 3 years ago now, and they launched the Switch with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which was basically sort of a half-step Mario Kart. I know some people want to think it's more than that, some people think it's less than that, but I like to personally imagine it as a half step of a Mario Kart because, it is taking the same game from the Wii U, Mario Kart 8 releasing 2014, all that, but it's adding a new battle mode which is really substantial and really big and adds hours to the game. It's adding like 10 more characters, adding Inklings and it's added Link and the Animal Crossing stuff and the DLC from the other pack that you get from the Wii U, so it's adding a substantial amount of content. So really the last Mario Kart game that Nintendo brought out, and I think how Nintendo would see it is the last Nintendo game or last Mario Kart game that Nintendo brought out themselves, Nintendo I think would picture it as 2017. So some might say that we won't get Mario Kart this year because of that half-step generation gap of 8 Deluxe coming out for Nintendo Switch and the Wii U version, all that other good stuff. So, some people might say that we could get some DLC, and I feel like if there's to do some DLC, it could happen. I think it's surprising they haven't done it by now. Now, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the best-selling Nintendo Switch game. Like, most people that buy a Switch have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and it's sold incredibly well, and lots of people have it for Nintendo Switch, lots of people love it, lots of people play it, millions of copies sold. But what baffles me is why Nintendo haven't made some DLC for the game. Of course they could add some more content to it, and of course we have seen, as you're seeing on screen right now, the Breath of the Wild Link costume added into the game. So Nintendo are still sort of adding content into the game, but some people might be confused of why they haven't done any DLC, and me too, honestly. I'm confused as well why they haven't done any DLC for the game, because I feel like this game is dying for more content, dying for more DLC, and I understand why Nintendo doesn't want to maybe do a sequel to Mario Kart Deluxe. Let's look at it from a business standpoint. Mario Kart Deluxe is selling incredibly well on Nintendo Switch right now. It's the best selling game on the Switch. If you then make another Mario Kart, it's going to pull away the sales from 8 Deluxe, and people are maybe not going to buy 8 Deluxe, or maybe not even buy another one. So, you've got to be careful. You don't want to sort of saturate your own market there. So, I think that's why we haven't seen a sequel, but maybe we could see one this year. I don't really know. Nintendo is a weird company that likes to surprise us all, but what I don't understand is why we haven't seen any DLC. There's a lot of people out there that have Mario Kart, lots of casual people that have Mario Kart, that will be willing to maybe pay £10, £15 for a season pass or a DLC to add more content into the game. I don't know, if you're not going to do a sequel, then, do some DLC. But again, we haven't seen any DLC for this since really little minor things like Labo being introduced and Link getting a new costume. So, yeah, honestly, there's not really that much to say that, we aren't going to get a new Mario Kart. They haven't confirmed that 8 Deluxe is the only one we're going to get on Switch. And because we haven't had that DLC, it does beg the question, are we actually just going to get a new one? Are the Mario Kart team focusing all their efforts on a new Mario Kart game for Nintendo Switch? Because, they haven't brought out any DLC, they haven't brought out anything since 8 Deluxe, they've been working on something since 2017, what have they been doing? Now, one thing that they could have been doing, I don't know if this was directly the Mario Kart team themselves, but last year we did see the launch of Mario Kart Tour on mobile devices, but personally I don't think that would really heavily affect any Switch releases, because obviously we've seen portable versions of the game before, and we've seen DS versions and GBA versions of the game, and they still come out per system. So I don't really think Mario Kart Tour has affected Mario Kart 8 or Mario Kart 9 in any sort of way, but it is kind of weird. And I think at the minute, as a community, everyone is waiting now, because there's lots of arguments to be said for it coming this year. We haven't seen anything in ages, there hasn't been any DLC. But there's also an argument to say it isn't coming this year because it sold so well. Why do they want to make a new one? That sort of thing. So there's an argument for both sides. But me personally, I think that we'll probably get some DLC, maybe. And then if we don't get some DLC, I think we could be waiting a couple more years and then maybe see Mario Kart 9. Mario Kart Deluxe is selling incredibly well right now. And if I was Nintendo, I would not want to be bringing out Mario Kart 9 at least yet. I want to wait a couple of years and see how it goes. And of course, we don't know how long the Switch's lifespan's going to be. If the Switch's lifespan's like, 7-8 years, then maybe we can steal one at the end of the life cycle, or, if they're going to wait till the end of the life cycle to do new Mario Kart, would they just make one for the next system? I don't really know, but I think personally, I feel like they should get a new Mario Kart on Nintendo Switch. Whether that's like what they did with the Wii U and launched Breath of the Wild on the Wii U and also the Switch, but having the next console launch with Mario Kart on the Switch and then on the next console, I don't know. Like, I just feel like Switch owners are really just, they really want a new Mario Kart, not just a port of an older one. So, and that stands for a lot of games. Donkey Kong just came to Switch and stuff like that, and Hyrule Warriors and whatever the case may be. Other franchises, Captain Toad. People are wanting new experiences, and I feel like a lot of people are wanting a new Mario Kart. So, I don't really know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. But I personally would really like some Mario Kart DLC. Now, I don't know what kind of DLC I'd like. I personally would like some kind of DLC where we add more Nintendo franchises into the game. That would be nice. I like that sort of stuff. They added they added Link into Mario Kart and Animal Crossing characters, and I just think that was such a great fit. And I think if they was going to do a sequel to Mario Kart 8, or, maybe just have some more DLC, that'd be really cool if we saw some more Nintendo franchises. Maybe if we saw, I don't know, who could we add into Mario Kart that isn't currently in Mario Kart? Let's add Kirby. Let's add Kirby into Mario Kart. Let's add Zelda. Let's put Zelda in Mario Kart. Let's put the Ring Fit Adventure people in the Mario Kart, whatever the case may be. But I think if Nintendo was to do that sequel, that Mario Kart 9, I would personally really, really like an adventure mode. If anybody's ever played Crash Team Racing, then you'll know that I had a great adventure mode and lots of content being added to it. And I really liked its adventure mode, and I would love something like that from the Mario Kart series. So, I think now's the time, honestly, to do an adventure mode, because obviously the Switch is this handheld hybrid console, and you're going to be playing the game in portable mode and maybe even by yourself quite a lot. So people are going to be wanting more of a single player experience from a Mario Kart game. So I feel like now is the prime time for Nintendo to do this adventure mode, single player mode, maybe just even a mission mode if they wanted to go that, just more unlockables, and you do the missions, and you do challenges to unlock more things and more characters. I just think that'd be really good and really strike up a bit of a community within the Mario Kart franchise. I feel like Mario Kart could do with a bit more of a community. I guess there isn't really a competitive scene for Mario Kart because of how luck based it is, but I guess it would kind of get a little bit more of a tournament and community going. I don't know, but I personally, if they're gonna add an adventure mode, I think they'd be better off waiting out and doing it. Now, if you used to ask me a couple of months ago, add more characters, when do you think we could see Mario Kart doing it as DLC Deluxe could happen? I don't know. I mean, if we was to see it this year, I feel like that would be a great E3 announcement, and obviously E3 is not happening this year, unfortunately. And it's just a shame that obviously E3 isn't happening, but maybe we could see an announcement in the summer and it could come out maybe the holiday season of this year. I don't really know. I don't personally think that's going to happen, but I think that Breath of the Wild 2 is going to be the holiday release this year. I don't really know, but that's my prediction. But yeah, that's pretty much all my thoughts and all my ramblings of Mario Kart and 8 Deluxe and DLC and 9 and all that other stuff. So, alright, I'm going to leave this video here. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts on Mario Kart 9 in the comment section below, and I'll see you in another video. Alright, thanks for watching.